going on? Um, been doing a lot of thinking and a lot of digging. Um, and it's just amazing to me the way I see things happening in the world today. The ability for people to reason, to think critically, to examine things that are before them seems to have gone all out the window. It's like things just keep sliding down a hill that's never ending. And what's amazing is that people don't recognize that they need to make some changes, and social media, the internet has become a place to where people just say any and everything, and people don't check their information. People look at clips of things, don't look at the entire context of what's being said, and just run with it, even if people don't even have proven track records of even telling the truth. But I'm different in how I approach things just in general. And even when I hear preachers, pastors, ministers, whatever you want to call them, even when I hear the information that is given in a Christian setting, I'm very careful what I take in and what I choose to hold on to, because there are a lot of people that just simply don't know what they're talking about. And there's a lot of people who are gullible and fall for so many different things because they simply are biblically illiterate. People don't read their word, and that's a Christian perspective. People don't read the Bible just in general, but just in society as a whole, people just seems to not read at all. We'll spend hours and hours commenting on everybody posts. So and so just posted this. You reposted. You made comments, and some of y'all don't realize that it's time for you to unplug. You sit for year after year, and all you do is you sit on social media all day long and listen to people and reshare their posts, and don't even really understand what the person is saying, and you just kind of think you do really quickly. And when I hear things, one of the first things it reminds me of in Proverbs Proverbs 18, verse 17. And I'm going to tell you the reason why I'm going to read this verse to you is because I sit and listen to people, and I like to take my time to how I'm going to respond to people, and I try to get other information, and I do all of that for a reason, because I realize a lot of times we think we know what somebody is talking about when we really don't. But I want to read this. Proverbs 18 verse 17 says, "The one who states his case first seems right until the other comes and examines him." I want you to think about that. Because the picture that's being painted there is, you could think of a courtroom setting where a person is first to lay out their case before people, and it sounds like, oh man, that settles it. I don't need to hear anything else until the next person comes in and cross-examines, and and tear down their arguments and do all of those things. And it could be a legal setting like that, but it also can be just on a personal, relational level with people. This is the reason why I like to take my time and respond. And even if I do give a response that's not too long, where I need to give it immediately, I try to limit what I say. Because when it says that until the other comes and examines him, the language there is really about like a real investigation. It's not examine where I just kind of look it up and down, but it's going all out. It's on a pursuit to finding out the truth about something. It's putting in the hard work and all the time. It's what people have said for years. It's leaving no stone unturned. We got to think about that. We just take these little sound bites and these little snippets and these little memes that people post, and we wonder why everybody has all these short attention spans. You know, when it's something that's meaningful and have substance, we can't digest that because that's too much for us. And I'm just going to be real. So many people, y'all need to unplug. You just put your social media down for a little bit and learn to start deciphering and being able to distinguish between things that you're watching and that you're reading. It's a sad state we're in the world right now. It's a lot worse than you really think. I give you another example in when it comes to the church. When I was in prison, people used to ask me what's my favorite verse, and it's actually at that time and still one of my favorite verses. It was Acts chapter 17, verse 11. And it says, "Now these Jews were more noble," some translations say fair-minded, "than those in Thessalonica. They received the word with all eagerness, examining the scriptures daily to see if those things were so." And the reason why that was my favorite scripture when I was in prison, because that's what I did. I lived and I slept and I ate the word. You know, I read hundreds of books, right? Just books in general on everything. But I spent, a couple of hours a day at least in the scriptures. And one thing I see out here is that we have so many professing Christians who are biblically illiterate, don't know anything about scripture, and we don't read anything in context nowadays. I'll see people quote stuff, and then when you say, "Well, did you read the whole chapter and to see what it's really saying?" And it was like, "Oh, no, I didn't." And they didn't read verses before it and read verses after it. And I'm wondering, like, wow, like even if you're reading an article or you're reading a post on social media that somebody put, people are grabbing sentence and saying, "Oh, see, this is what they're saying," and not even going and listen to reading the whole paragraph of something that somebody posted, or at least the paragraph or the whole post. Like, what are we doing nowadays? It just doesn't even make any sense. But we do it, and we do it like it makes sense. Got to start slowing down. We gotta make truth something that's valuable. We have to put aside our pride. We have to stop trying to fit in with what everybody else is doing and following this herd mentality where we're just doing what everybody else is doing. And we need to make up in our mind that the truth is what I'm looking for, even if it's hard to swallow, like a horse pill. The Lord loves you, and He's waiting on you. Grace, mercy, and peace be with you.